So right now what we're doing is crackers, and there's lots of different recipes online. I actually saw a really nice one this morning that I actually want to try, but unfortunately I didn't have that prepared today. So the one I'm doing is my friend Deva from The Cleanse. She taught us how to make these, and we've been making them on and off for years. And this is the final product here. This is our flax crackers, and you can either cut them with scissors. My friend Deva cuts them with scissors and makes really pretty square ones or triangular ones. I kind of like the jagged edge. It looks a little more gourmet. And you can put all kinds of things on here. I have goat cheese that I like to put on. You can do a little goat cheese with green chili. You can put hummus. You can put baba ganoush on it. You can put cheese, or you can do a kind of seed cheese, which people make. You can do almond cheese, avocado. You can make them like little nachos. You can put all kinds of things. Some people like making them like chips, so they do salsa. I actually like breaking these up and putting them on my salad. So if they'll be like little croutons, it's fun to have a little crunchy something in your salad. So we're starting off. I'm gonna post the recipe for you so you don't have to write this down if you don't want to. So I have everything already prepared here. And as far as food goes, again, everything that we try to eat, we make food as medicine. So we try to make everything that we put in here, all these have medicinal properties here. Some people, again, when we're talking about inflammation, different people have different reactions to foods. So some people won't be able to eat red peppers. They're part of the nightshade family. And a lot of people have problems with nightshades, and that includes tomatoes, eggplants, peppers, and potatoes. So if these don't work for you, you can substitute anything you want in here. This is just what I made. These are all found locally, not the lime. But everything else I got here, I bought from the farmer's market because I like to support our local farmers because they work really hard and their food's awesome. And it's fun going to the farmer's market. So if you can go. Support these guys. They're a little bit more expensive than the grocery store, but all the money goes to the farmers. And we want to support these guys. Again, local foods, regional, and time of the year. So all these things I got, they're all being grown right now. I also really shoot for organic. So whenever I can, I buy organic food. I'm kind of a stickler for that. So if it's not organic, I tend to not buy it. I'll just go without. So everything I have here is organic from the farmer's market. It's green chili season here in New Mexico. So I got some green chili. So I'm going to demonstrate that for you guys today. So how we're starting today is I'm gonna have my lovely assistant here, Charanjit. She's gonna be helping me, my daughter. She's super cute. She was in the Golden Milk video too. So we're starting with flax. So again, when you start with flax, and I've measured all of this out, I'll put it on the website for you. You can check out the recipe on there. So I'm taking, I think I have 2 cups of flax here. So I'm pouring this into the bowl, and I apologize, I don't have a glass bowl yet. I will get that for my next cooking video for all of you. So mixing flax with the water here. And I believe I have 3 cups of water here. I'll have to look and see again what the recipe is. But I actually did such energy. Can you take these for me, honey, and put these in the sink? So keep it clean over. Thanks, love. And right now, they're just seeds in water. And after about 15 minutes, probably not even 15 minutes, about 5 minutes, this will start turning into like a gel. And so I'm just mixing them up right now, and then I'm gonna start adding all of my other ingredients. So I'm gonna take a teaspoon of salt and mix that in. And again, if you're not able to do salt, you can do all kinds of other things. You can use umeboshi plum vinegar, you can use nama shoyu sauce, that's what Deva uses. And so anything that makes it salty, you're welcome to do. If you want to do soy sauce, there is a gluten-free type of soy sauce you can use also. I have garlic and onions here, and I already had those chopped up and put together. I'm putting these in here. And this recipe I have made up for you all that I'm demonstrating today is kind of a New Mexican style cracker. So I'm putting all New Mexican favorite foods in here. I'm using red pepper, putting that in here. And our favorite green chili in New Mexico, you kind of can't go anywhere without having green chili. In most restaurants, green chili is kind of a staple. So people put it on their eggs, we put it in our tofu, people put it on their beans, potatoes, on their burgers, whatever they can, they put green chili on. I have cilantro here already chopped up, I'm putting that in also. And the crackers I've made already, I put tomatoes in there, but I actually didn't like that because the tomatoes were taking too long to cook. Everything else was done, but not the tomatoes. And what's really cool about these crackers is once they're cooked all the way, you can actually just leave them in a Ziploc bag, and they're kind of dehydrated. So you can take them with you wherever, and they last for a long time. So, but the tomatoes, because they're not cooked all the way, I have to keep them in the fridge, and I'll have to eat them pretty quickly, which I know they'll get eaten quickly. So I have all this in here. I'm also taking a squeeze of lime and adding that in here. Okay, so I'm mixing all this in. It's becoming, if you can see here, it's getting a little more gel-like. It'll take us about probably 5 or 10 more minutes. What I'll usually do is make this and let it just sit and go do something else, okay? So it's been about 20 minutes and we've let our flax seeds and water settle, so it's kind of made this gel consistency. And if you have, for some reason, too much water in there, then just put it through a little sieve or colander and let some of the water go out of it. Because if there's too much water, it starts going over the tray and it takes so much longer to cook. So I'm now going to take, and I'm just going to do this here. I have parchment paper I've lined my pan with, and you definitely want to use parchment paper or wax paper because after a couple hours, we're dehydrating these almost. I know most people don't have dehydrators, so I just use my oven. And I don't know if these are officially raw crackers because I know there's a certain temperature, which I don't know what that is. Once things are over a certain temperature, then it's cooked food and it's not raw, which I'm not going into in this class. But my lowest setting on my oven was 175, so that's what I did my crackers on. And it should be about this consistency, and you want to make sure I'm spreading it around because I don't want it to be too thin in any area because later on it becomes almost transparent. So I have it about here, and I actually probably want a little bit less water because it'll take a little bit less time. So what you could do, if you see it this watery, before you put it on here, again, just put it through a colander. Let some of the water just kind of go out of it. So what I'm gonna do, and we didn't have the oven turned on because it's really loud, but put this in the oven at 175 once it's preheated and go for about 2 hours. It's gonna cook really, really low. And then you can take your wax paper or your parchment and flip the whole thing all the way over. Within 2 hours, it'll be cooked well enough on one side. But I find because this is not a dehydrator, we're doing the oven method, it doesn't actually cook underneath, so it's kind of wet, and you don't want that. So flip it over and let it cook for about another 30 minutes. And you know when you're done, when you touch it and it's dry. You don't want it to be spongy, you don't want it to have any areas that are feeling wet or soft because that means it's not cooked. And what'll happen is if you do decide to leave these out, like keeping them in a Ziploc bag, then they will start rotting after a little while. If they're cooked all the way through, you can keep them for a long, long time and they'll be okay. So have fun and enjoy, and if you have questions, by all means, please message me and do it publicly if you don't mind, and then we can all learn from it because I find a lot of times that I get the same question over and over again, but people are messaging me or emailing me privately, and it's great because sometimes I'll have 50 people ask the same question, and it's great when one person posts it and everybody can share with it. So let us know how you use them, your different recipes that you've tried, what different ingredients you've put in, and share it with others. And I'm going to be posting this recipe along with the video, and I'll post another one for more of an Indian style, kind of curry style flax crackers. So have fun, enjoy, and be healthy. We'll see you next time.